Algebra might sound like a big, scary word, but it's actually like a fun puzzle game with letters and numbers. Just like a jigsaw puzzle, each piece has its place. And when you find the right spot, everything fits together perfectly. Imagine you have a missing piece, represented by a letter like X. This X is what we call a variable, and it stands in for a number we don't know yet. Our goal is to find out what that missing piece is. It's like being a detective, searching for clues to solve a mystery. In algebra, we use letters called variables to represent unknown numbers. These variables can be any letter, not just X. These variables act as placeholders for values we need to find. They help us set up equations that we can solve step by step. We connect these variables and numbers using mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division to form equations. These operations are the tools we use to manipulate the variables and find their values. An equation is like a balance scale. It shows that two expressions are equal, and our job is to keep this balance while solving for the unknown. It tells us that whatever is on one side of the equal sign is the same as what's on the other side. This balance is crucial in solving equations correctly. Our job is to keep this scale balanced while we solve for the unknown variable. By performing the same operation on both sides, we maintain the balance and find the solution. Let's dive into some examples and see how this works in action. By practicing, you'll see that algebra is not just about numbers and letters, but about logical thinking and problem solving. Let's start with a simple equation. 2x plus 3 equals 7. This is a basic algebraic equation that we can solve step by step. Our mission: find the value of x. To do this, we need to follow a series of logical steps. Remember, our goal is to isolate x on one side of the equation. This means we need to get x by itself. First, we subtract 3 from both sides of the equation to keep it balanced. 2x plus 3 minus 3 equals 7 minus 3. This step helps us simplify the equation. This simplifies to 2x equals 4. Now, we have a much simpler equation to work with. Next, we divide both sides by 2. 2x divided by 2 equals 4 divided by 2. This step will give us the value of x. This gives us x equals 2. We have successfully isolated x and found its value. We found the missing piece. Solving for x can be straightforward if you follow the right steps. Let's try a slightly trickier equation. 3x minus 4 equals 11. Don't worry, the same rules apply. First, add 4 to both sides. 3x minus 4 plus 4 equals 11 plus 4. This simplifies to 3x equals 15. Now, divide both sides by 3. 3x divided by 3 equals 15 divided by 3. We get x equals 5. We climbed the steps and solved for x. Section 4. Variables on both sides. A balancing act. What if we encounter variables on both sides of the equation? It might seem tricky at first, but with a systematic approach, we can solve it step by step. For example, 2x plus 3 equals x plus 5. This is a common type of problem in algebra. Don't panic, we can handle this. The key is to isolate the variable. First, we want to get all the x terms on one side. This helps simplify the equation. Let's subtract x from both sides. 2x plus 3 minus x equals x plus 5 minus x. This step is crucial. This simplifies to x plus 3 equals 5. Now the equation looks much simpler. Now, subtract 3 from both sides. X plus 3 minus 3 equals 5 minus 3. This will help us isolate x. We're left with x equals 2. This is our solution. We balanced the equation and found our answer. Great job, everyone. Section 5. Putting algebra to work, real-world applications. Algebra isn't just about solving equations on paper. It has real-world superpowers. Let's say you're planning a party and need to buy enough snacks for your friends. You can use algebra to figure out how many bags of chips to buy based on the number of guests and how many bags each person might eat. Or imagine you're building a treehouse and need to calculate how much wood you'll need based on the desired height and width. Algebra to the rescue. Section 6. Building a strong foundation. The importance of basic algebra. Mastering basic algebra is like learning the ABCs of mathematics. It forms the foundation for more advanced math concepts you'll encounter in the future, like geometry, calculus, and even computer programming. Just like building a strong house requires a solid base, excelling in higher level math requires a clear understanding of basic algebra. So keep practicing, and soon you'll be solving equations like a pro.